I think a lot of people are wondering where Mr. Box Office is. Where Mr. Box Office is right now. Well, if you look around here, like I said, on day 3 of Mr. Box Office on tour in Jamaica, that's where I am right now. So if anybody's wondering, that's what's happening. Again, another beautiful view here. Showing you where I am as well, in Montego Bay. In Montego Bay, on a very good resort, beautiful resort in Jamaica. But then there's people in London, Tottenham Hotspur fans, telling me that it's all good with Ange Postecoglou. Well, that's very funny. Because at the moment I'm seeing beautiful beaches and beautiful things going on right now. But it's not really good at Tottenham Hotspur right now, isn't it? But what did I say to you? What did I say to all Tottenham fans? What did I say to you? Because while you're looking at this view right now, beautiful beaches and everything else, are we going to ever be in the promised land right now with Tottenham Hotspur? Trust me, believe it, I don't think we will be. Trust me. Because when I look at this, we're still looking like very bad in pre-season right now. I'm seeing now people saying that we're not very good. We're playing the same way that we're playing this season, last season, I mean. And it's quite obvious that we are struggling. We look like a team that need quality players, or the manager needs to adapt. And people keep on telling me that Ange Postecoglou is a very, very good manager, a very good coach. Well, at the moment, I'm looking at a team that have had pre-season so far, and I don't see anything changing. And the thing is, though, Ange is not helping himself whatsoever, which is leading me to say right now, I think he's still walking at the end of the season. It's only going wrong for him, and that's it. But we want to get straight into the video, and I'll explain why I feel the way I feel. Yo, it's your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another video. And back with another video in Jamaica on the 3rd day in Montego Bay. Beautiful view, if you could look around it and look around yourself right now. But there's a question I need to ask the Tottenham fans. Because I've got a lot to bite on right now, I've got to tell you right now, I have to be honest. Because honestly, I've got to be honest, it just shows when Mr. Box Office was talking all this truth last season about Tottenham Hotspur, people said I was talking absolute nonsense. And now you're starting to see things going not so well at the moment. Everything I said in June last year is kind of coming true right now. It's just that it's come so early, because this happened during Poch's last year, Mourinho and Conte. Conte and Mourinho more earlier than Poch, obviously. So I just need to ask a question to Tottenham fans. Has anything changed? Has anything changed? Because I will say right now, it's quite simple. Don't you think? So the question again to Tottenham fans, to make it quite clear to you, has anything changed? And the answer has got to be nothing. I'm seeing some of our other teams in the Premier League making big signings that are improving them. But then I see Tottenham Hotspur, they're not making any signings whatsoever to improve the first team, which is what you do in the transfer window. Again, I hate to promise it by what I said before. I'm not here to talk about the transfer window in person, because the transfer window wasn't the main thing for me. It was about what I will see from the board when Ange is going through a bad time, could show that they actually back the guy. Like Arsenal with Arteta, like I said for the millionth time. But I don't see it. And when you see other teams do what they're doing at the moment, and Tottenham Hotspur doing what they're doing, especially when we're FFP Kings, so-called FFP Kings, we should be taking advantage of the market, because other teams are at weak points and we didn't take advantage. We did absolutely nothing. You're seeing us in pre-season. We're doing the same things that we were doing last season. Which even goes back to what I say. Ange is a very good manager. He can talk for Eskimos and promote anything and show things and show anything, and that's it. But as a coach, he's not a very good coach, and I don't know if the coaches he brought in have actually made a difference. So it gets the question mark and saying to me, what are we doing with this guy here? What are we doing here? And that's the question I have to ask myself. But there's one other thing I need to ask as well. And this is to all to Tottenham fans. If you back the signings that we're making at the moment, where do you think we're going to finish? Do you think we're a better team than West Ham, Newcastle, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool? Do you give us a chance of finishing above those teams, especially Europa League next season? And remember, let's remember, Tottenham fans, we had 1 game a week last season. 1 game a week. So let's look at it like this. All those people that said to me that Ange Postecoglou was the best thing since sliced bread, right? And he walks at the end of the season. I want you to start apologising to the main event. I want you to apologise to Mr. Box Office and tell me, right, why you couldn't see it, that what Mr. Box Office was seeing, and that's it. Because all you could tell me right now is this, is that you were just telling me that the same thing that you're saying with Mourinho and Conte, and that's it. This transfer window just shows it perfectly for us, and that's it. Why are West Ham and Aston Villa making signings to make themselves better? Why is Ange not adapting? When perfectly clear, we need a back three with wing backs. The best player so far, even though I think he could do more, is Poro. All day long. What is he? A wing back. Oh yeah, what a surprise. He keeps on playing Emerson Royale when he's supposed to be leaving to AC Milan. And then I'll get Tottenham fans telling me, oh, we need to play Emerson Royale because he's the only defender we've got. Okay, cool. Okay, if we're going to start doing this Emerson Royale loving at the moment, again, I keep on saying this right now, Juan Foyth should have stayed at this club. Walker Peters should have stayed at this club. Should have stayed at this club all day long, every single day. I've got to that point where I'm just thinking there, if we want bang average players, get the players that we have back. Harry Winks, Eric Dyer, get them all back, because I can't, there's no point of getting these, we let go of all these players because we said we wanted better, but we're not doing it. But I do agree with one thing though, if we adapted to the system, if he adapted to the attacking tactics, to do 3 at the back, wing backs, two up front, maybe we might have a chance, but we're not doing it. We're not doing it. And this is the point I make. I've got to a point where I can't sit here and just keep on just being the same guy every single time. I'm not understanding it anymore. And that's why I carry on the way I am at the moment. Again, some of the rubbish I've heard from Tottenham fans. It's like Bentancur, Bissouma has got worse since he's come to Tottenham. He looks like a guy that thought he made it at Tottenham. Someone said it and I think he's absolutely spot on. He came in, thought he made it at Tottenham because he'd done well at Brighton, and he's been rubbish since his first 10 games. Maddison, I wanted him in all day long, but again, not a leader. And people say we're missing Richarlison. Please, honestly, that bang average Emil Heskey wannabe, I'm sorry, if we're going to start saying that, you get the club you deserve. He is bang average. I saw Johnson can't get past his man again. He's not got any good dribbling ability at all. And then we're saying we don't want Somerville. West Ham are going for Somerville. Aston Villa are getting Onana. That was the one that really got to me. Somerville. That was the one that got to us because we were making such a big deal about Archie Gray. Getting Archie Gray. And we missed out on the biggest goal scorer of the championship. The best player in the championship, maybe. Much more. Somerville. And we just completely ignored him. But West Ham can get Kilman. But we can't make excuses. We make excuses that it's the Euros. It's just really to a point where I'm fed up of hearing the same old excuses every single time. And all I'm told is to be patient. To be patient for what? Be patient for what? Because at the end of the day, this board won't be patient with Ange Postecoglou when the fans turn. Which is what I've been arguing all this time. So you're telling me to back something when the board can't back it themselves. Can't say something. Help Ange and say, this is the plan. Not tell the plan, but say, we still back Ange. This is what we're going to do. We've still got a plan and that's it. Why do I need to hear from Ange? Because at the end of the day, the chickens will come home to roost. And that's it. And that's all I need to say. It's frustrating. The best one is, at the moment, is that we're linked to McTominay, a reject from Manchester United. So why are we going for that sort of player? And then we're going for a striker like Solanke. He's only had one good season in the Premier League right now, which was just last season. But we had all summer, all last year, with the new recruitment team, and we've not got anyone. And that's added the guy that's supposed to be cooking, Fabio Paratici. So all of them, Johan Lang, Scott Munn, Andrews, what are they doing? Rob McKenzie, I mean. They've had all this time and we're doing absolutely nothing. While other teams are cooking. But then I'm told to be patient. I need to be patient. And that's it. And it's a joke. I don't understand why I need to be patient. There's no need to be patient anymore. I've lost my patience already. I lost my patience when Pochettino left. And that I've never been the same again. And that's it. And the only way this will work out for Tottenham is if Ange becomes a very good manager and gets through and coaches his team with the players that we've got. But unfortunately, you need better players to play this system. The fact that he keeps on inverting doesn't work for me. You need dribblers in this team that can get past players, because you can pass all to death. But if you just put a defensive line of 2 backs of 4, you're always going to be in trouble. You're always going to be stalemated, and that's it. And that's been my problem with Ange for a long time. We always want to pass it rather than actually try and take our man on. And the thing is, it makes such a huge difference. That's why I think people want Eze, because Eze's got that dribbling skill to go past players. And what does that do? Gives more space to some of the other players to try and make space. We've got Kulusevski up front, which, yeah, okay, he looks good. But then in saying that, why are you trying to make shift to fight forward? I mean, he should have been gone a long time ago. He should have been gone a long time ago. And this is the thing, top players, top teams, they don't rest around with these useless. You don't rest around with these players. When they don't work out, they get rid of them. To say goodbye. And that's it. So, my main message today is, I can't see us doing anything this season. And it will show when the fans go against him what the board does. And that's it. And it will show you what I predicted a long time ago. Ange will walk. Because one thing I will say is he's very clever in that sense. He won't hang about. He knows when he says, well, I've had enough of this. I ain't going to be shafted. So I'll just walk rather than getting pushed. And that's it. And this shows you where our priorities are as a club. And that's it. And I knew this for a long time ago. And that's why I said I can't back this process. Why I'm now saying Ange out, because no one's told me what the plan is with Ange. No one's told me whether they actually really give a damn about Ange. From Scott Munn, his man, by the way, his man, Johan Lang, no one's told me they really stick with Ange and this is the plan. Fans, just stay with us. We'll show you. Don't worry. They're not giving me any assurances at the moment. And Ange is not helping himself as well. He talks too much. He talks way too much. And I can't continue to back something when the board don't show me they back it. I'm not even showing it with signings. And forget last season, because last summer Van der Ven was just a lucky punt. Then they brought in Poro in January. Yeah, it's cool. They got Maddison as well, but he's only worked 10 games, and then since he got injured he's been rubbish. Solomon's been useless because he's been injured most of the season. Felice has been non-existent. Again, Ange signing. Phillips, he doesn't even want to use. Again, he's either using Emerson and Spence on left wing back, fullback, then actually putting Phillips there, which is Ange's signing. Because like I said, Ange has said that he wants all the players that come in, he's approved, and that's it. So it continues to my theory that until Tottenham Hotspur actually stick with the manager and say what their plan is with the manager, and know to go through the hard times with the manager, I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where we can compete and close that gap. Never ever. Unfortunately, we're going to be mediocre like we always are. We might finish 6th, 5th, 7th, but other than that, I don't think we will be. We won't be good enough, and that's it. And this is the fact that this is the problem I have with Tottenham. And that's it. And like I said, all those people that are having a go at me, and again, I'm not having a go at those people like Hotspur Hippie, Jim. I get where they come from. Dermot, I get where they come from. They love the club. And I'm not having a go at those people because I actually have respect for them. They respect me and my views, and I respect them with their views. We're going to clash on our views, but as people, I respect them hugely because they stick to their views and that's it. But some of this fan base that only known Ange for only 5 minutes, telling me that I don't know what Ange is all about, calling me out. They might call out people like Sava and Stelios, but they don't. They called me out a lot of the time. I was getting run off YouTube and everything else. Well, where are you now? Where are you now? And don't tell me it's not the end of the transfer window yet. Don't tell me it's not the start of the season yet. You know in your heart of hearts that this is the same old thing you've seen before. And I'm always right, and that's it. Because I was right about Mourinho when he should never have come in. I was right about Conte. I was right about Nuno. And that's it. And the dilemma is Daniel Levy. Because he don't stick with his managers, and he never liked the manager in the first place. Because if you stuck with the manager, if he liked the manager, he'd do what Arsenal did with Arteta. Ignore the fans and stick to the plan that he had before. But we all know Ange Postecoglou is going to be walking at the end of the season, and that's it. And that's why I'm Ange out. Because if they back the manager and show me, say things publicly and say, this is what we're going to do, I've got something to go on. I've got something to believe in. But as Conte said those many moves ago, this is the club we deserve. And that's it, because this is the way we act, and this is Tottenham. And top clubs don't act like this, and that's it. That's all I need to say, and that's it. On the beach in Jamaica, Montego Bay, some truth bombs from Mr. Box Office, the main event, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, the ratings killer, the people's nightmare, and everyone's guilty pleasure, and that's it. And if you don't know, you should have got to know already, and that's it. And as I always finish off the video like I always do, while I'm relaxing in Montego Bay, if you didn't know, get to know, support your boy, Mr. Box Office, subscribe and like, and come on you Spurs. And I'm out.